I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com. Follow along on Twitter at Wise Advice. Send me your comments, your questions, your celebrations, all to be included as part of the show. Before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Wise Advice. This is episode number 29. So 29 in the books. This one's going to be kind of fun. I got a ton of email about celebrations, things you're doing well. And I just want to I'm going to go through them one by one, read them through, and just give you an opportunity to hear from other people who are doing exactly what we're trying to do. Now, we know losing weight is hard. It's not easy. It takes focus. We've talked about that. It takes discipline. You've got to really want this. You've got to want this more than anything. And after a long break or after getting back on track or struggling, sometimes we lose focus of that. Sometimes we forget that what we're trying to do is actually possible. More often than not, we think that it's just actually impossible to do this, and that's what allows us to give up on this journey. Giving up is not how we win. So I want to go ahead and open up the show with something super cool. Jeff out of Fargo, North Dakota writes in, and he says, on January 24th, 2016, I made the decision to give myself a second chance to live the life that I've always wanted. Before that day, I was 294 pounds. A typical day of eating for me consisted of stopping at fast food places for almost every meal, and then later that night, I would go and get a bunch of snacks at the grocery store that mainly consisted of beef jerky and a bunch of sugar. Needless to say, I was depressed at this point and did not care about anything, let alone my health. On Thursday, April 13th, I walked into Weight Watchers and lost 1.8 pounds, which officially puts me at my goal weight. 131.4, gone forever. I'm going to reread that. 131.4 pounds gone forever. Wow. I'd like to take this moment to thank everyone on Connect, everyone at my Thursday night meeting for the awesome support and motivation to help me cross the finish line of my weight loss journey. I would not have been able to do this without all of your help. Then he goes on to say, Mike, this podcast is great and it's an awesome way to stay motivated. Really appreciate the time and effort put into it. Well, you're welcome there, Jeff. So, Jeff, 131 pounds gone. How does it feel? Right? I mean, 131 pounds, man, that's incredible. You're at your goal weight. When you hop on that scale, you no longer see a number that you say you want to lose weight. Now you got to continue this for life. You know you got to keep it up, and I know you're going to. But it's so different to maintain a weight and be on Team Lifetime and Team Goal. And man, you're doing it. So, man, Jeff, I'm super proud of you. I mean, that email made me happy when I read it. To see you come in, reaching goal, 131 pounds down, starting at 294. A lot of what you wrote was exactly what I experienced as well. It was so terrible being overweight. I didn't realize how depressed I was, how miserable I was. You don't really realize it until you get away from it. So the fact that you're out there winning and killing it, and man, you completely changed your life. That's right. You are a completely different person. You have a whole new life, and it all starts right now, man. So congrats to you. Do not ever forget how good this feels. If you have to, write yourself a note. Jot down a couple things and save that as your memory. So, every once in a while, read it back. And if you're not feeling the exact same way as you do right now, take an inventory, see what you need to do, get it done. But I know you're going to maintain this because it's so healthy and it's so much more fun to be healthy and fit. So good job on there, Jeff. So, folks, that's how you do it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as staying on the plan, and I use the term simple lightly because we know it's not simple. But if you really want it, you got it. You can go after it. So, next one, Deb writes in. Deb says, "Just found your podcast. It's been awesome to listen to. Your no regret attitude and mindset about weight loss is similar to mine. It's nice to hear some of the ideas spoken in your podcast is reminding me to get back to the simple, basic plan that makes us successful. I find it needs reminders occasionally to keep me grounded on this journey." So here's where it goes. He says, "I've recently just celebrated my 150-pound weight loss and truthfully still need to keep saying it out loud to believe it. I'm learning to embrace the new healthier me and to own the weight loss accomplishment and be proud. I guess I'm also struggling a bit with complacency because I'm a smaller size than my original goal and truthfully couldn't envision losing 75 pounds, let alone 150. The reality is I kept at it using small goals and made myself believe that I could just keep going. The other reality is I need to lose another 50 to 60 pounds to be at a healthy weight. Finding your podcast, I hope will help me out of this complacency pit stop and motivate me to keep going." Well, Deb, that is phenomenal. 150 pounds gone. That's again a whole new life. It's not even the same life. It's not even the same lifestyle. Nothing about your life is the same. You are a completely different person, embracing life completely differently. And I love what you said is that, you couldn't even envision losing 75 pounds. And here you are, you've dropped double that. And so that's what happens a lot of us is we don't realize the danger that we're in. We don't realize that, our mirror for a long time, our mirror's been playing tricks on us. Our mirror's been telling us we look good when we know we don't. And it takes really getting away from that to understand it. So, you got 50 to 60 pounds to go. I know you're going to get there. I know you feel good. I know you feel great. I know you can do it. And I'm so proud of you. And thank you for writing in. And we'll keep doing this as long as we have reason to celebrate, because it's important for us to remind everybody else that this is possible. These are real people with real results because they're focused, they're disciplined, and they're staying mindful to the process. And you saw in Deb's email, what Deb said is that she kept going using small goals and just kept believing herself that she could just keep going. That's all it takes. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can keep doing this. You got to believe that you just have the ability, and every day wake up with that mindset of I can do this. Set small goals and then just continue on the program without stopping, and you too and have this success. So very good, Deb. Super proud of you as well. Very next up, out of Texas, Jill writes in from Texas. She says, "I'm an online-only member, so actually hearing about the ups and downs that are part of this lifelong journey is so wonderful. Thanks for doing this podcast. It's so great for the Weight Watcher community. I had to share my milestone with you. This morning, I'm officially down 21 pounds. So not only did I reach the big down 20 pounds milestone, I had a little extra. I've been on Weight Watchers for just over 3 months, and I'm amazed at how wonderful this program is. I haven't given up anything that I really wanted, and I'm still losing weight. How can that be?" she says. "My only regret about this journey is that I did not start sooner. Thanks for being a great virtual wingman." And Jill, I'm honored to be your wingman, as you know. So great job there. 21 pounds. That's not easy. That's not accidental. It's something that you've done through hard work. It's something you've done through focus, and you've gotten it done. So I am super proud of you there. I'm delighted to hear you celebrate. I'm delighted to be your wingman as we walk together, and I couldn't be more proud of you. And so here's what I'd say is I'd offer you that encouragement. It just is you know how to do this. You've now proven that you can do it. You don't lose 21 pounds accidentally. So the fact that you now know you can do it, for 3 months now consistently you've tracked, you've stayed mindful, you've been disciplined, just do it again for 3 more months. And then 3 more months after that. And 3 more months after that. You get the picture. You just keep going. Break it up into smaller chunks. Eventually it turns into a habit. Eventually it turns into that lifetime, and you have the ability to reach your goal weight. Set your dreams, set your sights, go get it done. So Jill, thank you for writing in. Very glad to be your wingman. I'm honored to be the wingman. And I'm honored to do this podcast for the community. I think it's so fun. It's so great to hear about the other success, and I think it'd be cool. And I think it'd be really cool if someone were to go ahead and call in with that. I think how fun it would be to actually hear them. And if you want to do that, call in, leave me a quick little message on 317-662-4214. I would just copy that and paste it in here, and we can hear from your actual voice. So that'd be kind of neat. We do that as well. So the last one I have for you right now is Amanda out of Carbondale. Amanda writes in, she says her subject is simply, I did it. What did you do? 10%. So Amanda is down 10%. She lost 31.7 pounds. Started Weight Watchers January 27th, 2017 with a starting weight of 279.3. Down to 247.6. She says, I love how I feel. I also went down almost 5 points in my BMI, from 45.03 down to 39.86. So, Amanda, that's great work out of Carbondale. So, it just 10%. 10% is that point in your weight loss journey where you've been on the plan now since January. For 3 months now, you've been attacking it. You've been working real hard. You've hit a milestone. You've hit a milestone that was not accidental. You've hit a milestone that you set out to accomplish. And you did it. When you started this, you said, I'm going to do this, and you did. So 10% is phenomenal work. Super proud of you. Glad to be your wingman, and let's just go. Let's see how far we can go. Let's get you to goal, right? How cool is that? So folks, what are you celebrating? Let's share it. Let's share it on the air. Write in with your story. Tell me how awesome you're doing. Go to fatdag.com, click on podcast, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them all into the show. You can send them in via Twitter at Wise Advice. If you prefer, you can leave me a voicemail. Like I said, I'll work it into the show as well. Be clear. Leave your username. Leave it at the beginning. I'll tag you in the feed. The number again, 317-662-4214. And we'll work it in. So that's all I got right now. So that's going to do it. So remember that losing weight, getting healthy, has absolutely nothing to do with luck. You got to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goals and go after it. I wish you good focus.